they start off the game. Baker will jump center against Justin O'Neill for the Bulldogs. And we are about ready to rock and roll here. O'Neill wins the tip. Baker didn't even try. O'Neill's 6'7", Baker's charitably 6'2". Morgan into the front court to Justin O'Neill. Spin move out on the wing. And he'll kick it up top to Tim Green, over to the corner to Morgan for three. And that one's good. Thomas Morgan on the board for the Bulldogs with a three-pointer. They lead at 3-0. Just underway here in the first quarter at the Bedford High Gym.
Morgan hit 4 3-pointers in the season opener. A lot of them from the top of the key. That one was from the right corner.
BG wearing their green uniforms, yellow numbers, yellow trim. The Bulldogs in their white uniforms, red numbers, black trim. And as Austin Hisco, the 5'8" junior guard for BG, did a spin move, Morgan caught with his hands in the cookie jar, called for a foul. The first of the game for either team. And the ball will be inbounded underneath by BG. Arica with the ball up top, kicks it down low over to Hisco, back to Arica up top. Arica, 5'10" senior guard, now on the near side to Joseph De Silva, and now our side to Mullet, who in spite of the last name, his hair not in a mullet. Mullet kicks it back up top to De Silva, misses the three. Harry with the rebound and gets it to Morgan, and the Bulldogs right back the other way. Harry with the ball up top, dribble drive, and kind of a repeat of the same sort of foul. That's Mullet on the foul. I would be remiss for our radio listeners in saying it. Mullet does not have a mullet, however. He does have a two-tone haircut.
Yes, dyed up top.
Yep.
Short in the back.
It is a party in the front.
It is.
Yes, and it is business in the back. So it's Mullet-y. 3-0 Bedford, 6:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Morgan dribbling left. The ball knocked away. Tim Green comes up with it. Now gets it over to Morgan on the far side. Morgan spins up top, gets it down low to Harry, who kicks it back up to Morgan up top for three. It's short off the back, and Morgan with another three, and quickly, a minute and 28 in, the Bulldogs on top 6-0, and BG wants a timeout.
Well, Thomas Morgan's picking up right where he left off in game one, and in game one of the season, he picked up right where he left off from the football season. We talked about it in the season opener. Just an outstanding season as the quarterback for Bedford's Division I state championship team, and it really looks like he's using that experience, that positive experience, to give him a lot of confidence here as he starts his first season as Bedford's starting point guard.
He looks very comfortable out there. The Bulldogs on top 6-0 early on. Chris Gentry running the scoreboard on your TV. Bill Jennings running the camera, so we have two professionals with us tonight. The rest of us are just amateurs. Dribbling to the right is De Silva, kicks it out to Mullet. Now over to the near side to Hisco. Hisco dribbling to the right, spins in the lane, little fadeaway. Nice shot by Austin Hisco. 5'8" junior guard knocks it in. 6'2" Bedford. Now the ball inbounded to Morgan. And then to the 6'7" forward, Justin O'Neill driving the lane. Kicking it to Guerin, fumbles. High off the glass for Guerin. He's fouled as he shoots. If he knocks it in, it's a three-point play. Instead, he will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Guerin checking in with Bedford's student section there. I was impressed because when I came in during the JV game with about 6 minutes left, the stands weren't even pulled out and there weren't any students. But now, right here after tip-off, the stands are out and the student section is full.
Oh, they know their watches work. Guerin's first free throw is good. So Zach on the board, he's got one. The Bulldogs up 7-2, 6 minutes left here in the first. And the second one for Zach, also good. 8-2 Bedford as we get things rolling here. Hisco dribbling to the front court, 5'8" junior guard. Kicks it over to his left to De Silva. De Silva checks the corner. You got Davis Camacho there. Justin O'Neill had a shot to steal it, couldn't. Looked like the ball was going to be out. Instead, Harry saves it to O'Neill. With 6'7" forward running the break. Loses the ball. Hisco picks it up. BG back the other way. Bedford up by half a dozen, 8-2. Little curl move that gets De Silva down low. He brings it back out into the corner on the far side. Looking for somebody. And he finds Hisco charging through the lane. Nice stop and pop for Hisco. He's got all four, and it's 8-4 in favor of Bedford.
BG going with a full court press here.
O'Neal trying to get the ball into the front court. Hisco picks his pocket. He was double teamed. Now Hisco driving the lane. He is a fearless guard, Hisco. Confident with the ball. Now spinning, kicking it into the corner is Camacho to De Silva. And De Silva will slow things down a little bit. Matt Regan, the coach of BG, shouting out his instructions, and a travel called there. Bedford trying to break this full court press. Morgan trapped back there, trying to get it into the front court. Finds Harry in the front court. Looked for Guerin, now couldn't find him. O'Neal up top to Morgan, and Morgan couldn't handle that one and picked up there by De Silva. De Silva with the ball. He'll try to figure out what to do, guarded closely there by Morgan. And we'll see how long BG is able to keep up that energy and run that press. Bedford leads 8-4. De Silva on the curl, misses a nice easy layup. Morgan picks it up after it touches a couple hands. Now Tim Green with it into the front court. Back to O'Neal on the wing, to Green in the corner, looking for somebody, anybody. Guerin trying to create a little bit of space with his body, and instead gets it to Morgan just inside the half court line to slow things down. Harry into the corner, thought about a three, and was looking for Tim Green in the corner on the dribble drive, but lost the ball, and it will be BG ball, untouched by anybody. Guerin out, Trey Ravenel in for the Bulldogs. BG into the front court, trailing Bedford 8-4, 3:49 left in the first. Hisco looking for somebody, unable to find him. Now over to Camacho, back up top to Hisco. The three is long. Harry gets the rebound, dribbling into the front court, and now finds Thomas Morgan. Up to Green up top, now to O'Neal for three. His three is short, the rebound to Camacho. Hisco on the fast break, tried a shot, blocked there by O'Neal, and right back the other way. The big forward leads the break, loses the ball. Ravenel picks it up, Green up top, now to O'Neal down along the baseline. His shot short and kept alive there, and Kyle Baker with the rebound there for BG. Bedford on top 8-4, 3 minutes left in the first. Nice pass resulting in a basket for BG. Davis Camacho gets BG within two. It's 8-6 Bulldogs, just under 3 minutes left here in the first. Harry with the ball up top, dribbling to the right. Nice screen set there by Ravenel, but couldn't quite seal off enough. Now kicked up top to Tim Green. His shot is short. Rebound snapped up there by Mullet, and BG quickly the other way. Hisco finds his man Baker in the front court. Nice job by Ravenel on D. Now Mullet drives the lane, and he tripped over his own shoes, and a travel called on Mullet. And now some wholesale changes for the Cardinals. Hisco out, Camacho out, Arica in, and Maxwell Matarazzo in as well as Mason Carroll. Now we got to learn more players. Ball into the front court quickly. Harry with it, dribbling the baseline, did a nice job creating space with his body, and then a shot high off the glass for Harry. First bucket for him, 10-6 Bulldogs, 2 minutes left in the first.
Tough basket there, right in front of the defensive Matarazzo, who has the size advantage on Harry.
The cutter Mullet finds a man, Matarazzo. His shot is short. Easy board there for Harry, who decides he's going to take it himself up to the front court to Tim Green. Green misses a three from the wing. Ravenel snatches the rebound, loses the ball. Arica back the other way. It's Arica to Mason Carroll. The layup missed. Harry gets another board. Now Bedford back the other way, leading by 4. 1:39 left here in the first.
Looked like O'Neal got a piece of that for his second block of the first quarter.
Ravenel trying a spin move, and they call a travel on that one?
Looks like they called an offensive foul on the spin on Ravenel.
So there you go, offensive foul called on Ravenel. I don't think he did it. Is it too early to be arguing with the officials?
We'll have to rewind the tape later.
Arica into the front court, guarded there by Morgan. Now to Mullet, and Mullet looks down to the corner to De Silva. De Silva shooting a 3 from the far side, well short. Ravenel rebounds it. Was worried about that the second he went for it. Nobody was near him. I think he thought he was going to be challenged for the rebound. And his toes a shade over the line. He might want to buy shoes a half size smaller.
Yeah, he had to reach over the line to try and pull that rebound in, and he caught some black on his shoe.
10-6 Bulldogs, 1:09 left here in the first. Mullet over to De Silva. De Silva drives to the elbow, shoots from the elbow, a nice little floater, and is fouled as the shot goes up. And we'll see on whom the foul is called. The hoop counts. And the foul called on Connor Butts. That is his first for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, both Ravenel and Butts challenging that jumper, and they looked very close to him. I didn't actually see any contact, but that was the call.
De Silva misses the free throw. 10-8 Bulldogs now. And right back the other way. Ravenel shooting with the left hand from the elbow. Hits the front iron, the glass, and gets it to flutter into the basket. So now the Bulldogs on top, 12-8. 45 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Arica dribbling with the left, now the right, gets it to Mullet up top. Mullet to Mason Carroll, and BG loses the ball. Now O'Neal back into the front court with it for Bedford, dribbles through the legs, looking for somebody down low, and instead gets it to Connor Butts, who then finds Tim Green just inside half court. Back to Ravenel up top to Butts on the far side. 18 seconds remain here in the first. We'll see if the Bulldogs play for the last shot. It looks that way. Ravenel thought about driving the lane, decided better of it. Now he finds Justin O'Neal, who has nothing except room to drive with the right hand. High off the glass for O'Neal, the bucket. BG inbounds quickly, a shot just inside half court by Joseph De Silva. They were playing good D on him, but he shot about a 35-footer, and De Silva made it. And instead of 14-8 at the end of the first quarter, now it's 14-11.
Well, a few years down the road, Lauren, that shot might be worth 4.
Are you trying to preview tomorrow's show?
Yeah, we had a good time on Fox on Sports this week. You can tune in tomorrow morning at 9 on Bedford 105.1. We had a chance to interview Coach Elmendorf as well as Coach Thomas. We were talking about the three-point revolution in the NBA and possible four-point line sometime down the road. But that was a deep shot, and it was the kind of confident stroke that we talk about with the guys in the NBA who will actually take a shot from that far, whether it's Stephen Curry, Trae Young, Damian Lillard. That was a pretty stroke.
Can you imagine, though, trailing in a game by 4 and crossing the timeline and going, I can just tie the game right here.
One possession. Don't need a 3 and a foul.
Yeah.
Let's just get 4 right here. One shot.
So if you want more of that conversation and a bunch of other useless garbage that Hanson and I talk about for an hour, you can listen to 105.1 at 9 a.m. tomorrow, 9 p.m. Sunday. You can find it on Podbean. You can follow us on Fox on Sports on Facebook. We really should rename the show. Bedford on top, 14-11, 7:55 left here in the first half. De Silva with another 3. Nice stroke there. Rattles around, misses. Guerin had a chance at the rebound, didn't come down with it. Now a scrum for the basketball. JT DeLacy emerged with it, but alas, a jump ball called, and it will be Bulldog ball. The arrow goes back to BG.
De Silva was just too close on that three-point attempt.
Try for 4 next time. O'Neal dribbling behind his back, the big 6'7" point forward.
Jordan Dyer and Connor Butts on the floor for Bedford, 2 of the subs who appeared in the season opener along with Ravenel, who's still on the floor.
You are correct. When I said something earlier and attributed it to JT DeLacy, that was Dyer in that instance. And now a foul called on Ravenel. That's the Lauren Fox foul, the moving screen. His second of the game. And out of the game he goes. Harry goes back in. Lagulon is the pronunciation. However, Harry is much easier to say. And I know I can't mispronounce that.
That's right.
14-11 Bulldogs, 7:20 left here in the first half. De Silva with the ball up top, guarded closely there by Butts. Reached in, might have had his hand in the cookie jar. Now a nice job getting that ball down low to Camacho and Justin O'Neal. Camacho thought he had a little bit of daylight. Justin O'Neal rejects it.
Third block for O'Neal. And that's the advantage of his 6'7" size and length, is he can block from behind without fouling.
When you get beat, you're not really beat. BG to inbound underneath their own basket, looking for anybody in the corner. And indeed, they find Mason Carroll up top. Now to Da Silva, who had all kinds of space to shoot there. His second three of the game. He's got 8. We're tied at 14. 7 left in the first.
Nice pick in the corner there by BG to get him free off that inbounds play.
And boy, was he ever free. You take a good shooter and you give him a little bit of room.
Well, Bedford was going with the 2-3 zone out of that inbounds play that they often do, and BG had a perfect plan for it with that pick in the corner.
Da Silva gets the ball into the backcourt to Hisco, who is now guarded by Jordan Dyer. Gets it to Baker up top. Tied at 14, 6:45 left here in this one. O'Neal closely guarding one of the BG forwards, and now Mason Carroll shoots a 3 from the corner. It is short. O'Neal picks it out of the sky like he's grabbing a coconut. And now back over to the corner to Dyer, who drives the lane, trying to kick it to anybody. Nice job by Butts to hustle after it. Drives into the lane, little fadeaway for Connor Butts is long. Can't get the rebound. Hisco back with it. And Dyer called there for the foul. For Bedford, it is their 5th foul in this 14-14 tie. 6:16 left in the first half.
Butts actually lost one of his shoes after that play, but quickly put it back on. I never understand how players today can do that. It takes me about 5 minutes to lace up my shoes.
It's because they don't have ankle braces like you. They're not old. Down into the corner to Camacho. Camacho knocks down the 3. And don't look now, BG has scored the last 9. Bedford was on top 14-8. And now Bedford trying to break that BG press. Butts into the front court. Moving quickly, ball dribbled through the legs, loses it, now picks it up, gets it to Harry. Looks to Guerin down in the paint, shoots a little fadeaway. Nice shot, looked good. Came out, and in the fight for the rebound, they say that Bedford came away with it. So Dyer doing a nice job fighting for the ball.
Yeah, nice hustle play by Dyer to keep that play alive and get Bedford another possession.
O'Neal looks to Harry in the corner. Guerin looking for position down low, trying to make something happen down there against Kyle Baker. Up to O'Neal up top, now over to Harry on the near side wing. Harry dribbles down into the paint, fade away from the free throw line. Off the glass, missed. BG with the rebound, leading by 3. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Deep 3 there from Da Silva, he misses. Nice job by Guerin to get position. Look around, quick pass to Butts, now to O'Neal into the front court. Dribbles with the left hand into the lane, little floater, rattles around on the glass, and O'Neal gets it to fall. That is his second bucket. He's got 4, Bulldogs within 1, 17-16. 5 minutes left in the first half. Austin Hisco doing a job down on the baseline, being hand checked there by Dyer. A couple more passes. Hisco finds the ball to himself on the far side wing. Ball kicked up top to Kyle Baker. And Baker started his dribble drive, and they say that Zach Guerin made contact with him. So for Guerin, his first foul, the 6th of this first half for the Bulldogs. So BG will inbound underneath. Substitutions here for BG2. Camacho out, Matarazzo in. Arica with the ball, dribbles to his right, kicks it over to Hisco on the far side. Now back to Da Silva up top, to Arica on the near side. Down to the corner, Da Silva had a notion at a 3, held up. Looks up top to Mullet, and now to Arica on the near side wing. A little floater, missed. O'Neal does a nice job picking up that rebound. Into the front court quickly is O'Neal, and he finds Jordan Dyer, who finger rolls it. And it looked for all the world like that shot wasn't going in. Somehow it hugged the rim and dropped in. The Bulldogs take a 1-point lead and a potential 3-point play for Dyer.
Yeah, really athletic twisting attempt there from Dyer, just squeezing that shot off with just enough room. Gets the friendly roll and has a chance to put Bedford up by 2.
Speaking of friendly rolls, Dyer gets another one on that free throw attempt. Climbed up to the top of the backboard and fell in. The Bulldogs on top 19-17. Arica, the point guard, with the ball for BG. Dribbles left then right, guarded closely there by O'Neal. And ordinarily, a 5'8" guy guarded by a 6'7" guy, you'd say is a mismatch, but in this case, not so much. The size of O'Neal makes it so that he is able to effectively guard Arica. Ball up top to the Silva, now down to the corner to Hisco. Bulldogs on top by 2, 3:48 left here in the first half. Arica dribbles with the right into the lane, guarded by Morgan, misses the shot. Guerin picks it up, starting the fast break to Harry on the near side. Harry draws a little bit of contact, and off the glass, Harry gets the bucket. He's got 4. Bulldogs on top now, 21-17, a 7-0 run of their own after the 9-0 BG run.
Excellent body control by Harry there as well, a la Dyer.
Ball over to Arica. The Bedford fans think they're the Cameron Crazies counting passes. And Arica drives into the lane, takes a stop, and a foul called there. Or check that travel called. So it'll be Bulldog ball underneath, 3:11 left here in the first half. Bulldogs on top by 4.
BG in that full court press again, a little 2-2-1 action.
Tim Green trying to break the press and does to Dyer, now to Harry in the corner. Harry with a dribble drive, using that body effectively, gets a shot high off the glass. And the Bulldogs say, BG, I'll see you your 9-0 run, and I'll give you 9 of my own. 23-17 Bulldogs after back-to-back 9-0 runs on both sides.
Yeah, this first half has turned into a game of runs, and both teams making adjustments. Coach Regan for BG wanting a timeout immediately, and he's going to go with a new lineup and a new strategy.
I really hope the water I just grabbed is my water. It's going to be interesting if not. So
that's the thing with, the fact that this is the season opener for BG.
Yep.
They're still working through the kinks of their rotations and how guys fit together. Bedford had the opportunity to do that on Tuesday and get those things sorted out here for game 2. BG still trying to work through that process.
It does make a difference, and of course BG has, we counted 16 guys on the roster, but not all of the guys who are listed on the roster have played. I want to say 9 of the 16 have played, but that is a lot of guys to figure out and a lot of players to work into a rotation. It can get very complicated. So BG with the ball, Bedford on top by 6, 23-17, 2:50 left here in the first half here at the Bedford High Gym. Over to the corner to Hisco for 3, and right back the other way, just how Coach Regan drew it up. That gives Hisco 7, and the Bulldogs see their lead cut to 23-20. Morgan trapped. The Bulldogs have a timeout to call. They don't. Harry picks it up on the bounce pass. Now to Dyer on the far side for the 3 from the wing. Missed. Rebound taken by Mullet out of the hands of Harry, and right back the other way is BG. On the dribble drive is Mason Carroll. He makes the bucket. BG has now put together 5 of their own, and Tim Green and the Bulldogs trying to break the press. Harry and Mason Carroll, or check that, Kyle Baker fighting over the ball, and they say that the foul called on Kyle Baker, the 5th foul of the half against BG. And the score 23-22 in favor of Bedford. BG has reeled off the last 5. 2 minutes left in the first half. Ball kicked over to the near side to Tim Green for 3. His 3 rattles around a bit. It looked like that one was going to fall too. Instead, BG gets the rebound into the front court quickly. Now De Silva for a 3 from the far side wing. Misses. Baker gets the rebound. Guerin doing a nice job sealing him off. And quickly BG kicks it back over to the near side. Carroll to Hisco. Crossover dribble, spin move. He's got it all. Now back over to the far side to Carroll. Carroll kicks it back up top to Hisco again. Hisco guarded by Dyer, doing a nice job on D as Jordan Dyer. And now Mullet on the curl. Nice easy finger roll of a layup. BG gets the bucket. They're on top 24-23.
A nice curl cut there by Mullet. And well-timed pass gave him that easy layup. BG has run a number of those curls today offensively.
So if you're keeping track, Bedford was on top by 9. Then BG, or check that, they were not on top by 9. They were on top 14-11. Harry with the ball in the front court underneath, and they say that Harry traveled. Bedford was on top 14-11. BG then reclaimed the lead 20-14. Then Bedford led 23-20. And now BG leads 24-23. So a first half of runs. The BG Cardinals working it down low to Kyle Baker, guarded there by Justin O'Neill. Nice job on D. Hard to shoot over 6'7" when you're 6'2". O'Neill dribbling into the front court, and the ball poked away there by Austin Hisco. It'll be Bedford ball on the far side, leading by a point. 49 seconds left here in the first half. O'Neill inbounds to Morgan. Now looks down low to Guerin. And Kyle Baker, the forward, called for a foul there, giving a who-me look, but you can go to the ball, but you can't go through the guy. And now it'll be Guerin out and Dyer in for the Bulldogs on offense.
Both teams have 6 team fouls, so next foul will send the opposing player to the line.
Neither team gets into the bonus. That's a good half. Morgan dribbling with the ball, dribbles it off Hisco's foot. Hisco gets the pass from his teammate. Now shoots a little fade away from the lane, missed, and the putback right there from Mason Carroll. And now 26-23 in favor of the BG Cardinals after that 6-0 run. Morgan bodied there by Hisco. No foul call. The student section wanted one. Dyer over to the near side to Green. The Bulldogs trail by 3. 13 seconds left. Dyer with a head fake, now looking for somebody. Looks to Justin O'Neill on the far wing. Now to Morgan up top for a 3. Air ball with the miss. Nice save by Tim Green. Time about to run out here in the first half. And it runs out on Tim Green and the Bulldogs. Timmy had the ball in his hand, couldn't get the shot off. And so in a first half of runs, the Bulldogs scored 9, but were sandwiched in between a run of 9 and a run of 6 from the BG Cardinals. And after 16 minutes of basketball, it's 26-23 in favor of BG. 26-23 Bulldogs, BG to inbound. BG now going left to right across your radio dial. If you're watching it on TV, you know which way they're going. Dribbles into the front court, does Arica. Nice job on the screen there by De Silva. Now yo-yoing up and down is Arica, guarded by Thomas Morgan. To Hisco. Hisco finds De Silva on that curl. Now to Arica on the far side, drives the lane, kicks it to De Silva on the near side for 3, misses, and it goes high off the padding of the backboard, and it will be Bulldog ball out of bounds. 7:35 here left in the third quarter of play. Nice ball movement right there.
Yeah, it was sort of a wide-ranging 3-man weave from BG.
O'Neill dribbling quickly into the front court to Harry in the corner. The ball tied up. Guerin picks it up, can't hang on to it, and now De Silva with it. BG going right back the other way. De Silva over to Hisco on the near side, to Arica on the curl, and O'Neill sends that one all the way to Manchester.
His 4th block of the night. The only thing that could have been better is if he found a way to keep that in bounds, but still quite a statement with that block.
Actually, that direction is Merrimack. That is the next town over, though. Boy, oh boy, he roofed that thing. Now Hisco with a 3 from the near side. Hisco holds up his arm for emphasis. He has 10. BG continues their run. It is a 9-0 run. Morgan dribbles into the front court. BG on top by 6, 29-23. Now to Tim Green, dribbling with the right. Gets tied up there, looks for somebody. Harry on the far side. Now Harry looking. Guerin gives him a little bit of space with his body. Harry loses the ball. Ball loose on the floor. Nice job there by Harry to keep it alive. O'Neill saves it. Now another saves it. And Harry picks it up, dribbles into the lane. A foul called there on Hisco. So our basketball game turned into a rugby match.
Or football. I was thinking that was a football-esque play with those dives and laterals.
I don't want to mention the Miami Miracle unless I'm talking to Bill Jennings. Bulldogs inbound the ball. Guerin with it. And drags his foot ever so slightly. And it'll be BG ball on the far side. Bedford trailing by 6, 29-23, 6:30 left here in the third. Hisco dribbling into the front court. Looks like he's gotten a good workout tonight. Hair matted down with sweat. Now to Eureka on the far side. Dribbles the baseline. Tries a reverse layup. Misses. Nice job by Guerin to bat it away, but BG winds up with it. Now Eureka dribbling with the ball up top. Gets it to Hisco back up top, and he's guarded there by Tim Green. Now dribble drive, spin move, finds a man on the baseline who then kicks it over to Eureka in the corner. Now back to Hisco on the wing, a long three, misses off the iron. O'Neal had it in his mittens and couldn't hang on to it, and now trapped down low is De Silva out on the sideline and miraculously finds one of his men, gets it over to Hisco on the far side. The layup missed. O'Neal gets the rebound. Now takes it on the fast break and is fouled as Justin O'Neal on the shot. Almost took out one of the cheerleaders like he was a bowling ball and they were the pins, but Justin will go to the line and shoot a pair.
She's smiling though. Looks like everybody's going to be okay.
It was like a 7-10 split down there.
Big transition there for Bedford to get that stop. And O'Neal to go coast to coast and draw the foul and try and get this run stopped and cut into this 6-point lead.
The Bulldogs still seeking their first point of the third quarter, and they get it there. Justin O'Neal with a free throw. He's got 5 on the game, which he seems to me to be a great opportunity. A big guy. Get some of your more experienced guards working the ball down low to him and isolate him. Seems like he could pick up some buckets down low too. And O'Neal's second free throw also good, so Justin now with 6. The Bulldogs break that 9-0 run, 29-25. BG with the lead. 5.5 left in the third. Hisco dribbling on the near wing. Gets it to Camacho on the curl. Now to Mullet on the far side. A baseball pass from Mullet to Baker. And Baker shoots about a little 4-footer from the paint. Misses, but he is fouled and will go to the line and shoot 2.
Bedford doing a good job with their help defense. Hustling around, picking up the open men. But Baker's positioning there didn't give Morgan much of a choice but to foul.
Baker still looking for his first point of the game. Missed his first free throw. And Morgan with 1 foul. 5:19 remain here in the third. And the second one from Baker is good, so he's on the board. And it's 30-25 in favor of the BG Cardinals. Bulldogs trying to break that press from BG. Got to get into the front court. Time is tight, and they do. Morgan now trapped on the far side, gets it to Green. Green drives the baseline, or drives down the middle, misses, and Guerin follows, gets the rebound, puts it back. And the Bulldogs back within 3. Now Mullet catches a long outlet pass, misses the shot, kicked back to the corner to Camacho, who misses a 3. Camacho winds up, or check that, Mullet picks up the rebound, gets it to Camacho, now down low to Baker. Baker having a hard time controlling it, gets it over to Camacho, who was cutting. He misses, the rebound comes loose. Camacho picks it up and is fouled there, it appears, by Tim Green.
Yeah, tough call there on Green because he and Morgan both had a piece of the ball. Looked to me like they could have called a jump. Instead, they called a personal on Green. That's his second.
So for the Bulldogs, Ravenel in, Guerin out. And Coach Elmendorf taking a brief second to converse with his first-year player. BG with the ball. Now the shot there from Mason Carroll from the elbow, rattles around, misses. O'Neal with the rebound. Bulldogs with the ball. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter, trailing by 3, 30-27. Morgan with the ball up top. Thought about a 3, thought better of it. Gets it over to Tim Green on his right. Now down low to Harry. And Harry finds Ravenel cutting along the baseline. Nice job on that pass from Harry to Ravenel. He gets a bucket. And the Bulldogs back within 1. And now Camacho will drive the lane for BG. The ball swatted away by O'Neal. His 5th block. The pass bangs around in the front court and finally was knocked away by Mason Carroll. Harry and Carroll both going after it, but it went off the leg of Carroll. It'll be Bulldog ball inbound on the near side, trailing by 1.
Yeah, good hustle by Harry to keep that play alive after a sloppy outlet pass. That's been a downfall for Bedford so far tonight, is that transition from getting the defensive rebound to starting a fast break. They've had a few miscues in that department.
You hear it said about NFL quarterbacks, you want them to make the pass where only the receiver can catch it. And that really seems to be what the Bulldogs aren't doing on those outlet passes. There are too many 50-50 balls, really. Tim Green thought about finding O'Neal down low. Instead, the ball winds up in Harry's hands on the far side. Over to Morgan, dribbling around outside the three-point line. Deeks' man gets an open three, misses it off the back iron. Follows the shot, but the rebound there to Matarazzo for BG, and now Carroll into the front court. Bulldogs trail by 1, 3:20 left in the third. Hisco there, guarded closely by Tim Green. Over to Camacho, now back over to Hisco. Mullet comes through the lane, caught the pass, and he looked like he was really making a calculation. Do I put the ball on the ground or do I shoot it? And he did a little bit of both. But he caught it and established his feet on the ground before he did anything. So a travel called there on BG. And now Bedford will break this press from BG. O'Neal into the front court. Dribbling with his right up at the three-point line. Now drives the lane and is fouled as he drives, which almost is a break that doesn't benefit Bedford. 2 guys had gone with O'Neal when he drove. He got a reasonably clean pass to Harry. It would have been an easy layup.
Yeah, and O'Neal showing his versatility. He's been able to drive both right and left and create positive opportunities. That time he went left.
O'Neal with the ball up top. Now gets it over to Ravenel on the near wing. Down low to Harry. A spin move, uses a lot of body. Looked like he had a chance to make it fall. It did not fall, but Harry will go to the line and shoot 2. And the second foul in about 30 seconds on the 6'4" junior forward, Mason Carroll.
Laguillon with 6. Same as Morgan and O'Neal. Those 3 lead Bedford in scoring tonight.
So Harry at the line to shoot 2. And the first one is good. That gives him 7 on the game. It was 26-23 at the half. BG extended the lead to 30-23. And a big surprise, another run for Bedford. They're on an 8-0 run now. Harry now with 8 as well. 2:39 left here in the third. De Silva over to Mullet on the near side. Now to Camacho down low, looking for anybody. And instead he finds Thomas Morgan, who jumps the route. Thomas into the front court, looking down low. Instead found Harry up top. Harry with a stutter step, kicks it back to Morgan up top, who drives the lane. The ball blocked there by Matarazzo, but it looks like he got a piece of Morgan's hand too. And Morgan to the line, he will shoot 2.
That was great help side defense by Matarazzo, and he got that block as Morgan was going up. I thought it was a clean block. Bedford gets the advantageous call here on their home court.
Looked pretty clean to me too, but maybe he saw something we didn't. Morgan's first is good. That gives him 7 on the game. And the second from Thomas also good. And he's got 8. And the Bulldogs don't look now, have a 3-point lead. 33-30, a 10-0 run. Mullet on the curl, gets the ball, kicks it down low to Matarazzo, who makes the bucket. A well-executed play to break that streak. The Bulldogs see their lead cut to 1, 33-32, and quickly back the other way.
Not a close game so far with the girls. BG ahead 14-2 in the first quarter over the Bedford girls.
O'Neal in the paint. A little fall away jumper for the bucket for Justin, who now has 8 on the game. And the Bulldogs see their lead back to 3 again, 35-32, a minute and a half left in the third. They have run that curl play that we just saw to Mullet with a great degree of success. but it is working again now as Matarazzo gets the bucket for BG. It's working now because everybody is sagging to Mullet, and he's able to find Matarazzo down low. So Matarazzo gets his first 2 buckets of the game in about a minute, and now Bedford right back the other way. Matarazzo with 4. Ravenel picks up a bucket. He's now got 4. And the Bulldogs right back with a 3-point lead again. Now De Silva with a 3. Misses short. The rebound to De Silva. O'Neal didn't box out. Now Mullet catches a pass off that curl and goes to the bucket, but is fouled along the way, does not make it, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, I want to point out that last basket by Ravenel. It's his second basket of the half. Both of them have been scored on the left side of the court with the left hand off the glass. And I know you'll be shocked that I'm highlighting the fact that he's lefty, but it's really an important weapon to have, a guy who can be on the left side of the court and finish like that.
You mentioned it, but both times it happened, you could tell that they were overplaying him to the right, and that they either just don't know or forget that he's left-handed. But both times he's found that move to the left almost completely wide open, like they have no concept that he's left-handed. Mullet's second one falls into the basket. 37-35 in favor of Bedford. And the Bulldogs right back the other way. Green with a quick shot. Ravenel gets the rebound. Hisco picks it up after it pops around, and he'll go right back the other way for BG. Nice crossover dribble. Shoots a 15-footer, misses. Ravenel went up for the rebound, was fouled by Arica. And that will be foul number 6 on BG. So while we went the entire first half with neither team in the bonus, next foul for BG, and they'll be in the bonus. And a timeout called by Bedford right as the Bulldogs were having a hard time inbounding it. They lead it 37-35, 33.8 left here in the third.
You know, speaking of foul trouble and BG having 6 team fouls here in the second half, another important stat, Bedford is 9 for 9 at the line tonight. And that's been a key to get them back in this game and retake the lead and have the 2-point lead here. 33 seconds left. Let's see if Bedford, it seems that in this time and score situation, Coach Elmendorf will have the guys take a shot if they have an open, easy one. So we'll see if they create that or hold for the last shot.
O'Neal changing jerseys. Apparently his was matted down with water, I'm guessing. So Justin O'Neal now wearing 20, or at least somebody who looks an awful lot like him. Bulldogs lead by 2, 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Morgan dribbling to the left, now gets it over to Green on the near side on the wing. Green gets it back up to Harry up top, and it really does look like the Bulldogs are playing for the last shot, though every time I say that, somebody winds up shooting it. Over to O'Neal on the far side, now to Harry down low. Spins, and a double dribble called on Harry. It was one or the other. It was either going to be a double dribble or a travel. And he is called for it, and with 8 seconds left, the Bulldogs have to play some defense. Don't forget, we had that big 3 by Joseph De Silva to end the first half. So De Silva dribbling outside the 3-point line, almost to the 4-point line, misses. Morgan gets the rebound, and a desperation heave misses, but I guess if you're shooting a 3/4 court shot, that's the guy you want to have the ball, the quarterback of the football team. So Bedford, after trailing at halftime 26-23, outscores BG 14-9 in the third quarter, and now the Bulldogs are on top 37-35.
Yeah, a little cleaner third quarter for Bedford. One thing we didn't talk about too much in the first half were those transition turnovers, and Bedford lost a few possessions there. It happened again a little bit there in the third quarter, but all in all, they seem to be settled down a little bit more than how they looked in the first half.
Yes, and for the Bulldogs, what they really have to figure out how to do, and we saw glimpses of it too, was first break the press, but second work the ball to Justin O'Neal down low, which seems like you'd really be at a decided advantage when you can work the ball to O'Neal there, because even if somebody sags on him, he's basketball savvy enough to pass out of it.
Yeah, and then on that last possession, he was finally in the post. He had De Silva on him, so he had the size advantage. But because Bedford was seemingly holding for the last shot, they didn't give it to him in the post. But let's see if they go to that in the fourth quarter.
So now the Bulldogs with the ball into the front court. Ravenel back to Morgan, back to Green up top. And now to Justin O'Neill wearing his nice dry number 20 jersey. Harry trying to set something up. He's well outside the three-point line, gets it back to Green. Bulldogs a lot of motion, but not a whole lot of anything going on, just waiting for something to open up. And Green went driving with that left hand. A little bit of contact there, and the foul called on BG. So Green will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. And this is where it gets critical to make your free throws. Make the first, you get the chance at the second.
As we said, Bedford 9 for 9 at the line today. This is Green's first trip to the charity stripe.
So Green does his job, makes the first one, gets his first point of the game, does Tim Green.
Surprising that it's his first point of the game. He's had some great looks that just haven't gone down tonight.
So Tim now with 2, and the Bulldogs extend their lead to 4, 39-35. 7.5 left here in the game. Hisco dribbles left, then right, finds De Silva over to Arica. A guard-heavy lineup for BG. To the corner to Hisco, now to Mullet, who looked like he might have double dribbled. Instead, the baseball pass out of it to the corner to Arica. To Baker, who has a hard time coming up with that ball, finds himself in the corner. Desperation pass to Green, not to Green, to Hisco, intercepted by Green. And now Harry will drive the lane, finds a little bit of real estate there, and Harry makes a layup high off the glass. And that will give Harry 10 on the game, and the Bulldogs now have a 6-point lead, and BG forced to call a timeout after that 4-0 start to the fourth quarter by Bedford.
Another good timeout for Coach Regan. He's got to be disappointed because on that last offensive possession, they ran a nice set. They had a double screen at the foul line. You saw the ball get to kick to Arica in the corner. He had a nice drive and wraparound pass, but they just made one pass too many, and Bedford picked off the cross-court pass.
Another update coming from down at BG. And if you're a Bedford girls basketball fan, you might want to plug your ears. 20-4 in favor of BG at the end of the first. So a rough start for Sue Thomas and the Bulldogs down at BG. We knew it was going to be a tough matchup, but you don't expect somebody's going to come out and score 20 on you in the first quarter. So the Bulldogs here, the boys on top by 6 over BG. 6:50 remains in the game. I feel like all we've done today is talk.
As Bill is telling us, we are on radio.
Yes.
So that's what you're supposed to do.
This is what happens. It'd be weird if it was silent. De Silva to Hisco to the far side. Hisco thought about the 3, now pulls up and shoots a fall away. Boy, that's a nice shot. A little 15-foot fall away from the elbow. Hisco gets a bucket. He's been impressive tonight. He's got 12, and now it's 41-37 in favor of Bedford. Morgan tried to drive around a screen from Justin O'Neill, and O'Neill was called for a moving screen.
I was focused on Morgan, the ball handler. I didn't see any contact from O'Neill. Did you?
No, but I saw the sign from the official that led me to believe he might have stuck his arm out, which you're not allowed to do.
That was indeed the signal that was given.
I don't know why. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Camacho with it in the corner, now to De Silva for a 3. I was going to say he missed it, but it gave me a second while it rattled around there on the rim, and it fell out. Did not go, but the rebound fought over, and ultimately it'll be BG ball underneath. Now Baker with the ball, gets it to Camacho. Camacho with a baseball pass to the corner to De Silva. He misses. Nice job by Thomas Morgan. Picks up the rebound and he'll take it into the front court himself. 5:50 left here in the game. Bulldogs on top by 4. Now to Harry on the near side, driving into the paint, lost his footing, finds Ravenel, and Ravenel, his feet started before he started dribbling, so a travel called there on Trey. 5:43 left in the game. It'll be Guerin in, Ravenel out. I have seen from BG tonight something that you do not see often. The overhand wind-up baseball pass from a short distance.
Right, in the half-court offense.
In the half-court offense. But we've seen it at least 4 times. Not that they keep stats of that here, but just unique to see, and not just from one player either. Down to the corner to Camacho. Camacho with the left side to Hisco. Hisco drives into the lane, shoots a little fadeaway from the free throw line, misses. And Guerin and Baker tie up over that one, and it'll be Bulldog ball underneath. Nice job by Zach Guerin keeping it alive for Bedford.
That one looked like it could have been a wraparound foul on Bedford, but Bedford gets the benefit on that jump ball call.
And that I don't disagree with you on either. Bedford breaks the press. Morgan quickly into the front court. Looking around, sees Justin O'Neill. O'Neill has the ball go in and out of his hands. Gets it to Morgan down into the corner. And Bedford will reset the offense. Now over to the far side to Harry. Dribbles left, then right into the paint. Couple spin moves. Now back into the corner to Tim Green for 3. His shot is missed. Rebound to Baker. BG back the other way. Carroll into the front court. Tries the layup. O'Neill blocks it. That's his 5th. The ball kept alive there by BG. And ultimately knocked away by Camacho. It'll be Bedford ball underneath. Nice job by O'Neill. Coach Elmendorf said it on the show this morning. He's going to add some highlight reel plays. I wasn't thinking we'd see him on D.
And that 5th block looked like Zion Williamson.
It really did.
High up on the backboard.
Fortunately, he did not hit his head. And now Bedford right back the other way. Morgan to O'Neill. O'Neill was fouled. I am unclear whether it was on the shot or on the ground.
Either way, he'll be going to the line.
He's going to the line. It's just a 1-1 or 2. Yeah. Bulldogs on top, 41-37, 4:34 left in the game. Coach Regan yelling at his team, I need somebody that wants to take the shots. Seems like he's got guys that like to. Hisco has not shown an ounce of hesitation, and O'Neill makes the first one, so we got our answer. It was on the ground. That was a 1-1.
And it was a 3rd foul on Mason Carroll that got O'Neill to the line.
And the second one for O'Neill, also good. He's got 4 from the line, 10 in the game. Hisco into the front court looking for Camacho. Camacho drives the lane, misses. Nice job by Harry to box out. But Camacho flying through the air, kept the ball alive. And it will be BG ball underneath. The Bulldogs on top by half a dozen, 43-37. 4.5 left in the game. Mullet with the ball on the near side, finds a man curling, Camacho. Nice left-handed bounce pass down low to Baker. But Baker was fouled before he did anything with it. He was fouled on the ground. So it'll be BG ball underneath. The foul called there on Harry, and I believe that is, that is his 2nd. Mullet with the ball, looks down low to Camacho, a spin move. Guerin almost knocked that one into Merrimack. But it was a pass that was made to Baker, who shot a little fadeaway and made it. So now it's 43-39 Bedford, halfway home in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs with the ball in the front court. Justin O'Neill dribbling with the left hand. Mason Carroll on him. Kicks it out to Harry. Harry dribbling around, calling for somebody, anybody. Tried to get it over to Tim Green on the far side. And Hisco jumps the route and gets an easy fast break basket. And just like that, Hisco's got 14. BG trails by 2. O'Neill quickly into the front court. Misses his first shot and gets the putback. Boy, he's filling up the stat sheet tonight. O'Neill gets a shot, 2 shot attempts, a bucket, and a rebound. And the Bulldogs up by 4 again. Hisco up top to Camacho. Nice move by Camacho. Can't finish. Guerin trying to keep that rebound alive and winds up fouling Camacho on the ground. And for Zach, that is his 2nd.
6 on Bedford. No trip to the line here.
Camacho with the ball. Way up top. Bounce pass down low to nobody. Guerin thought he had a chance at it and got his fingers on it. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be BG ball. Now the ball kicked up top to Mullet. Mullet looking down low to Camacho. Camacho shot high off the glass. Looked like Zach had a chance to block it, but couldn't. And the shot made there by Camacho with just under 3 minutes left in the ball game.
Meanwhile, we've got Hisco picking up his third. And Bedford goes back to the line where they are 13 for 13 tonight.
You got to jinx it. You got to talk about
Just got to
it.
highlight
like
the
talking about
fact
a no-hitter, yes.
they only have 45 points, 13 from the line.
14.
Can't jinx Timothy Green.
Timmy Green makes the free throw. That now gives him 3 in the game, all by way of the charity stripe. And now the fourth one, also good from Tim. And the Bulldogs on top, 47-43, just under 3 minutes left in the game. Camacho dribbles left down to the paint, finds Kyle Baker. Now back to Camacho outside the three-point line. Up to Hisco up top. Hisco looking for somebody, gets it to Carroll on the near side. Now over to Mullet on the far side, up top to Camacho. Guarded there by Thomas Morgan, little fadeaway from about 12 feet. And a nice shot there by Camacho to get that to fall. He's got 5. The Bulldogs lead by 2. 2.5 minutes remain. Justin O'Neill trying to break that press there. Mason Carroll, nice high pick set there by Zach Guerin. And then Guerin rolls to the hoop. Gets a shot, misses the shot, might have been fouled. BG right back the other way. The ball to Mullet. Shoots from about 17, missed. Nice job by Guerin to get the rebound. And Thomas Morgan quickly gets it. Now Bedford into the front court. Timmy Green with 2 minutes left and his team leading by 2, 47-45. Harry dribbling right, down into the paint, kicks it over to the corner to O'Neill. O'Neill back to Green, and it looks like Bulldogs will reset it. O'Neill dribbling with the right, taking his time. In isolation there, had a nice mismatch, or so he thought, dribbled it off his foot. Bulldogs up by 2, and Coach Elmendorf didn't like what he sees, calls a timeout, 1:34 left in the game. Has Justin O'Neill left the game yet?
I don't think he has, and I was just going to say that sometimes when you dribble the ball off your foot like that, it's from fatigue. Yeah, I know that from personal experience. So great time for Coach Elmendorf to call timeout and give his guys a breather, because this is a really important possession, up 2 with 1:34. You don't want to have a silly turnover here. You want to get a good shot. So let's see what he draws up here out of the timeout.
So for the Bulldogs, their starting 5 is who he's got on the floor at the end of the game. 1:34 left. Bedford on top by a pair. But the starting 5 that's still out there of Morgan, Green, Lagulon, O'Neill, and Guerin. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the cheer squad, and I look, and there's somebody about 15 feet in the air. Launching people into the sky in ugly sweaters.
Now, before he dribbled off his foot there, he had a nice play where he waited for the defender to come out almost to half court, then he beat him off the dribble. And that's just a real nice weapon to have when you've got a 6'7" guy who can make a move like that off the dribble. And I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Elmendorf isolates him again in that same situation.
Well, it looked like that was what he was looking for, too. Thomas Morgan came up to set him a screen, and he kind of said, nope, I'm good, I got it. So now Thomas with the ball on the near side, dribbles with his right, guarded closely by Mullet, looking for somebody who's not guarded because Morgan was double-teamed. Now Guerin with the ball, and he is fouled. Looked like he might have been clobbered in the head as well. So Zach will go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to scoop it to O'Neill, who had an open lane to the basket, but whistle came just before that was able to take place.
I can't even accuse you of jinxing it. Bedford misses the free throw. That is the first they have missed in 15 attempts.
15 of 16.
They're 15 of 16 now. They lead by 2, 47-45 is Bedford, 1:23 left in the game. And now Guerin will shoot his second and gets that one to fall. Does Zach. So he's got 5. The Bulldogs lead by 3. Now, if there was a 4-point play, you could theoretically win it with a deep shot.
You sure could.
Just saying.
We do have 1:19 left on the clock,
1:19 left in the game.
So I'd be surprised if Coach Regan went for that, run the clock down for one last shot.
Given how prolific Bedford has been from the free throw line, do you think he goes for 2 and then a quick foul?
I think this is one of those situations where, since you have more than a minute left, you go for the first good look you have. You know, he's got guys who have already had success tonight shooting the three-point ball. So if De Silva gets open, if Hisco gets open for 3, I think he's going to want them to take that. But definitely there's still plenty of time to go get a 2 if an open 2 presents itself, and then play the trap game and foul game.
So we will see what Regan and his team are up to. Young fans down below are just complete nuisances. I'm going to tell your parents.
You can say that.
Wait, they're my kids. 48-45, Bedford on top, 1:19 left here in the game. It's been a good one. It has had way more action than a 48-45 game would feel like. So Bedford with their starting 5 back in. Hisco with the ball for BG, now into the front court, guarded by Green. Over to the left to De Silva, now to Arica. Arica dribbling around in the far corner, guarded there by Harry. Mason Carroll with the ball on the near wing, now over to Camacho, drives the lane, and Camacho shoots a little runner, misses, is fouled by Morgan, will go to the line and will shoot 2.
I thought I saw a signal for 1 and 1. Let's see if they called that a shooting foul or off the dribble.
Is this a 2 or is this a 1 and 1?
They've now gone with 2 hands to indicate a 1 and 1.
Okay. And indeed a 1 and 1, and Camacho makes the first one, does Davis Camacho. That gives the senior guard 6 on the game. And now Davis Camacho will shoot the second. It was odd. BG didn't have a player down in the middle block on the left side, which would have been an odd strategy now. But hurriedly gets somebody down there. And the second one from Camacho also good. He's got 7. Bulldogs inbound to Thomas Morgan, just under a minute left in the game, leading by 1, 48-47. Now O'Neal with the ball back to Morgan on the near side, dribbling with the right hand. Over to Tim Green on the far side. Now back to O'Neal up top, about 25 feet from the basket. Now Morgan dribbling, guarded there by Camacho. Over to Tim Green in the corner. Now back to Morgan. Had a hard time picking it up. Gets to Harry up top. And now O'Neal is fouled on the near wing, and he will go to the line and shoot a 1 and 1. So Bedford winds up running about 27 seconds off the clock before BG is able to foul.
Yeah, Bedford did a great job there with that pressure from BG, all those traps, avoiding the turnover, and O'Neal did a nice job drawing that foul. He kind of went into protection mode and invited them to hack, and that's what they did.
O'Neal makes his 5th free throw in as many attempts. He's now 5 of 5. The Bulldogs have 13. And the second one for Justin misses, but Harry comes down with the rebound. A big board for the Bulldogs. O'Neal with the ball after that pass from Harry, and he will go to the line and shoot yet again. The Bulldogs now 16 of 18 from the line after that miss. That's the play of the game right there. The senior forward, Harry Lagulon, picking up that rebound and extending that Bulldog possession.
Yeah, that's that dirty work play we were talking about. We saw it a lot in the season opener from both Harry and Zach Guerin, and Harry coming to the rescue again with that offensive rebound.
So the Bulldogs extend their lead to 3. Hisco out of the game. And into the game, I believe, Mullet. And now the second free throw from O'Neal, also good. That gives Justin 15. And before we have a 4-point play in the game of basketball, it is a 2-possession game.
That's right, in 25 seconds now. So a lot more time pressure on BG here. Once again, I do think they'll go for a 2 or a 3 here, the first best opportunity that they have. That was BG's last timeout. Bedford still has 3 if they need one.
So the strategy now is get the quickest bucket you can and foul.
That's right. That's right.
So,
get the quickest bucket you can, and then if you don't steal the inbounds play, or if you maybe make one trap and you don't steal the first pass, then you foul.
Yep. So the Bulldogs, for our radio listeners, on top 51-47, 25.3 remaining in the game. Picked up a nice, tough win on Tuesday night against Nashua South, and now in a good position here, up 4, 25.3 remaining.
Hisco back on the floor for BG.
Logical, given his ability to shoot the 3. Arica with the ball, dribbling into the front court. Hisco curls around up top. Now De Silva out there to shoot a 3. O'Neal quickly pursues over to the corner to Camacho, and Camacho makes a 3. Now Bedford's got to inbound, and Justin O'Neal gets the inbound pass and is fouled with 9 seconds left in the game, but his team now leads by 1.
Yeah, and they pulled another fast one on us there. That was actually Joseph Noon with that 3. And I don't remember seeing him in game action tonight, but he looked great on that 3-pointer.
He's your secret weapon that you pull out with 25.6 seconds.
Yes, it is, and it worked. You know, it looked like De Silva was going to get a clean look at a 3, but O'Neal closed out with that length. So De Silva passed it to Noon, and he converted.
Noon, the 3-point specialist, apparently, into the game. We know absolutely nothing about him. And the first one from O'Neal is made, gives him 16.
Another big free throw here to make it a 3-point lead.
And the second one from Justin, also good. The Iceman makes the big free throw. That is a well-worn jersey. A little bit of blood down there on the right chest for the 6'7" junior forward. I don't know whose.
Well, he's drawn a lot of fouls down the stretch here, and he's been banging all night long. On his way to 17 points. That's a game-high 17 points.
Justin, he's your OxyClean player of the game. Bulldogs on top, 53-50, 9 seconds remain.
Coach Elmendorf, the one calling time out there to set the defense and communicate his defensive strategy to the Bulldogs. This is the point in the game where some coaches will elect to foul up 3 to avoid letting the other team attempt a 3 and tie the game. And this will be fun to see what Coach Elmendorf chooses to do here.
That an interesting strategy. We haven't seen much from the BG Cardinals as far as shooting free throws in the game, but it would be logical, sensible. The play of the game that has put us where we are now, too, in addition to the important rebound from Harry earlier, was the 3-pointer at the end of the first quarter that made it 14-11 instead of 14-8, that deep 3 that Joseph De Silva shot for BG. Without that, game's over. Bedford's up by 6. Now De Silva quickly into the front court, dribbling with the left, looking for anybody. The clock not his friend. 1 second left. The 3 from Noon is missed. And the Bulldogs escape with a win over the BG Cardinals.
Wow, what an exciting finish there for the Bulldogs. Great defense at the top of the key, forcing Noon into that off-balance 3-point attempt. It looked good. He did a great job giving it a chance to go in, but just off the rim to the left, and Bedford comes away with their second victory to start the season.
And our thanks go out to Harry Kozlowski for putting the game on the radio. I'm not certain where Harry is and how he's able to do it. He's in a car somewhere. Technology. So Harry putting the game on the radio, thank you for that. Our thanks to our producer and our engineer, I guess I'll call them that, Chris Gentry and Bill Jennings for lack of anything else, as well as my broadcast partner, Andrew Hansen. And again, the final here from Bedford High School, Bedford 53, BG 50.